Hi, family. I'm Stephanie Wade. I am Habasia. And what am I doing? I am celebrating 1,000 subscribers. So I'm recording it now because I know when I really do see it, I won't be starting nothing. It's better to just start early. So this is it, y'all. One of my subscribers' suggestions was that since it's Black History Month, that I would tell my story. And so I will. So you see me wearing my Mardi Gras mask because Galveston is one of the places that celebrates Mardi Gras, which is my hometown. Mardi Gras started in Louisiana, and that's where my family comes from. So this is one of the masks I wore pre-COVID, okay, to a Mardi Gras ball. So it was fun. Everybody was wearing their mask. And the scarf is a silk scarf that this silk scarf is one that I actually made in class. Anyway, guys, this is non-scripted. It is other people in the household, so I have to ask them to keep it down while I'm trying to record, since I'm not in the motherland anymore doing my solo thing. This is a family compound. My mother's idea, one of her African retentions. So this is a family house. It's paid for. But the people are here, that's here. They're all adults, no kids. And it's because my mother didn't want anybody to be homeless in her family. So this is the family home or compound. So if I decide to sell it, I would also have to turn around and buy another house that's of less value. So she still would have her family compound, but I would still have my money to do my small house in the motherland, my little tiny round house. So anyway, guys, that's what it's all about. And I know somebody told me that the chirping in the background was the batteries in the fire alarm, smoke detector, whatever is supposed to be replaced. Well, I'm going to check on that very soon. I had to get somebody to get on that ladder and climb up there and see about a backup battery to replace that backup battery, because it's a hardwired smoke detector that they put when they rewired the house. So we'll see if it's one to be replaced. So don't worry, we'll be taking care of it. But I wanted to go on and get a start on this recording before we do that. So anyways, if you ever seen some of these movies when they're talking about people when they come from the motherland, it's like when the people are in these little sharecropper houses, they're always holding the babies up in the air and they say, "Are you the one, or is there another?" And I feel like I'm the one, because I'm the one that hurt the ancestors and traced our ancestry back to the motherland using my grandmother's name, Cora. She's Cora Sam. She had no idea that Cora was also African retention and that it could bring you back home. I thought it was just a regular instrument, not knowing. I'm going to let y'all hear just a little bit of the conversation I had with my friends when I was in the Gambia. The instrument playing is a kora. It's played in the Gambia, Senegal, and Mali.
I like your kora. It's like a guitar.
He built it himself.
Oh, okay.
He built koras for people.
Nice.
Also.
This was at Dabo House. My friend Salif is talking in the background.
Oh, okay.
And the kora player, which is one of his friends.
Okay. Okay.
Each time you go, the instruments that belongs to them. When they sing it in their own tribe.
Okay.
Their own tribe.
All right, you? Good.
So this why you cannot find chorus in singing in all of the Mandinka.
On the Mandinka, see?
All the histories that they written.
Yes.
Well, because the scorer players also, when they do they recite many good because you can see he came all the way from Guinea, originally from Mali, but there is moved from Mali to Guinea.
Okay.
And he now also moved from Guinea to Mali. So he's still going through West Africa to find these instruments and the history of him. This is why he is here in the Gambia.
Oh, okay.
And he's also doing the research as you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But since we know each other and he knows that I definitely love Kora, then this is why we became friends.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So he's from just
It was a free chorus session, y'all.
Oh, okay.
From training, and he saw me sitting there and he comes to me. I said, oh, then we can go home now.
Oh, good. That's good. But see how that name told its own story.
Yeah.
So the name itself is also a griot. Because it's telling the story. It's bringing you all the way home here.
Yeah.
Where somebody say, well, it really was your family calling you back. Your ancestors calling you back.
Exactly.
Because if somebody else is going to be able to tell the stories of their children that was taken away, you know, how they was taken away. Somebody has that story. You know, whether they was in a war or they just went to the river to get something. Because Kunta Kinte, they say he went to get some wood for a drum or something. And then got kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly. By the island there.
Yeah.
This is the oral history, y'all.
But this why many times I tell him, if you go to your masters and they are teaching you, singing you, in any song you need to know where this song belongs to.
Yes.
And where it comes from. And why do they? Because in any song that they play, it means something.
Yeah.
Sometimes either maybe this is purposely for the heroes, or like Kunta Kinte, or a big man, a president, or a businessman, or somebody who is helping people. So how good you are, then they sing a song for you to make you feel comfortable and happy that people realize what I'm doing.
Right.
And they're thanking you for that.
Yeah.
So in any song of this, it means that.
Yeah. Because they said that the griots used to keep the history of the kings and the queens and the whole village.
Yeah, and how are the empires as well from those days in the empires. Yes.
So see, now I have to learn some Mandinka now. Because when I was in the U.S., I learned a few of the Wolof words. They had a Wolof class online.
Y'all hearing the authentic oral history tradition.
It's some mixed fruits. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, so let me come and help you.
I had them turn the TV volume off so we could hear the griot playing. It's amazing what you learn and take for granted, you know?
If you know that, I definitely love God.
I do.
I do this thing. No, I'm not going to beat you. But it means something. What's the name can be about? Are you recording?
Just voice.
Eh?
Just voice.
Voice. Okay.
Because I like the music. It's good for the research too, just to listen. And when I'm home, I can remember.
And I'm sharing it with y'all.
Okay. He wanted to know if that you were recording, then he could have produced the best one that you can have to record.
Oh, I'll do it again with the iPhone later.
No problem. I'll go back.
Yeah.
I'll do more with the iPhone when I go back. But this was wonderful.
Yeah, because now I just want us just to have
Spontaneous conversation.
Yeah, because one day
Came
I
in
gotta
handy.
go back, and then I'll just remember.
For that 1,000 subscriber celebration, sharing my history with y'all as it was happening. I couldn't bring y'all with me, but y'all are with me now, because I'm reliving this in a memory. I hope it's clear enough for y'all. If not, I'll have to do another recording when I go back with the iPhone. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Guys, I forgot to say, sorry about the deal. My mother was Earlene Sam when I was born. She later became Earlene Sam Gill. She was from Opelousas, Louisiana. Her parents, Cora Sam and Anthony Sam. She had 6 siblings. My grandmother had 7 children. So anyways, hopefully they didn't throw y'all off too much. I was so busy trying to remember my daddy's information. I just started talking about my mama like y'all remember her name and everything. I forget not everybody been knowing me forever. In Galveston, everybody pretty much knows everybody. So anyway, for the people that's not from Galveston, my mama was a sweet woman, and she was 22 years old when she had me, so she wasn't a kid. She was an independent type woman, and she had me, so I love her dearly. And my dad, I love him too. Didn't ever really meet him, but I've met my cousins through him, and they look like me, and they're cool people. So I got stuff from him. He's half of me. So anyway, undeniably, it was a beautiful chocolate man who graduated from Central High School. Then he went to Howard University on a academic scholarship. He was doing pre-med, and then unfortunately he was killed in Louisiana when he was 22 years old. He won a wrestling championship in Galveston, believe in 1953 or 54. I can't remember the exact year right now. But anyways, he did a lot in his short lifetime. Just trying to put all this together, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the talk. Okay, guys. This is the Cora that I got made when I was in the Gambia in 2019. See, it comes with this little carry bag. And the stewardesses were actually so nice to me. that they made a way for me to carry it into the plane, and they put it in the stewardess's closet and who knows where, but it was never put underneath the plane, so it made it all the way here. No, I do not know how to play it. I plan to take choral lessons when I'm staying there for longer periods. So that is on my bucket list. As they say, the Most High say the same. I'll be taking some choral lessons and learn how to play my own homage to my grandmother, Cora Sound. See, Cora Sound. That is the name of this Cora. And it is a beauty, y'all. And now, you know, it's real, so it has imperfections. Because anything real has imperfections. It's all natural. See, it's a gourd, a regular gourd with animal skin and everything. And it looks like fishing wire. That's what it looks like to me for string. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all can tell me, because I really didn't make the instrument. But this is what the string looks like. And when you first get it, y'all, it has an odor. So I put all kinds of flowers in it and everything so it can air out. Oh, next time I want to get a little bit fancier one. And I'm not going to bring it anywhere except my house in the Gambia. But it's a 21 string instrument. And like I said, I do want to learn how to play it. And no, I have not taken not one lesson, not one. So, you know, the way they play it is going to be very nice. And I'll learn how to play it, hopefully one day, enough to sing Cora Sound. So anyway, guys, that's a little bit of my history. I was just thinking, one of the ladies asked me what was my most memorable event that happened when I was a black nurse. Well, I really don't have anything to compare it to because I've been black all my life. So I really don't know what would have been the difference if I wasn't black. So all I can say is the most memorable events is not one event, but many events. My area of expertise and my area of choice was labor and delivery nursing. Sometimes bad things happened, but for the most part, it was positive outcomes. You got to see new life come into the world. And every time that happened, I felt so elated that I got to witness a life coming into the world. And even when I got to do the delivery myself, because sometimes ladies do not get prenatal care. They try to ignore their pregnancies. And so one day I was working at a private hospital and we had doctors on call for what you call drop-ins. Those are patients that just come in ready to drop their baby like it's hot. And this little young lady came in there, dropping her baby like it's hot. We did call the doctor right away. She was in the bed on the monitors, and I and one of my colleagues was taking care of her, and then her baby started coming. The doctor wasn't there yet, so I caught the first baby. And then the doctor still wasn't there because I saw another bump on her. And it was like, wait a minute, she still looks pregnant to me. And so I got my friend to put that monitor back on to pick up the baby's heartbeat. And sure enough, we heard another heartbeat. So I went in and checked her again, and wow, the baby was coming butt first. But I had seen somebody who was a midwife in her country deliver a breech baby, which was a surprise breech delivery, you know. So I saw how she did it, and I just kept calm, and I like, you can do this, you can do this. And I just picked up a surgical towel, wrapped around the baby's body to give it support after I got the feet out. And then I remembered that I didn't want the lady's cervix to close, which is, you know, the part of your body that opens up so the baby can come out. So I put my hands in there right by the baby's face. And so I was holding the baby's face in my hand and had the baby's head down. And I knew that if that cervix closed, it was going to close on my hand and not on the baby's neck, because I wasn't going to let that baby die. No way. The doctor could always repair the lady's cervix, but nobody can bring a baby back. So I was so happy when that delivery turned out so nicely, because the baby came out, no problem. Actually, the woman didn't have any problems neither. And so we already had the nursery staff there, and they took care of both babies. And the doctor came, and both babies was already in the nursery. And the doctor's going to say, where's the other baby? I was like, what other baby? They're both in the nursery. They wasn't going to be waiting for him to come from home to catch him, you know. But to me, that was the most memorable experience as a nurse, that I delivered twins. And that was cool. With one being head first and then the second one being butt first. And I did just fine. I was calm, cool, collected, no problems. I'm like, hey, there's nobody else who can do this. It's your patient. You can do it. And I did, you know. So that was my most memorable experience as a nurse. Delivering twins with no doctor there. Of course, you don't get your names on the birth record. It's the doctor's name on the birth record. But I didn't care. I did a fine job, thanks to me observing a nurse midwife who had done a delivery, and I got to observe her. So anyway, that was the highlight of my nursing career, because I always wanted to be a midwife and work in a developing country. But that didn't happen. But I did get to work with lots of women, lots of families, helped deliver lots of babies, personally delivered a few. But yeah, that was my most memorable experience. And as for how I stay seemingly cool, calm, and collected, pretty much it's my personality. Sometimes I do get upset. But guys, let's get real here. I'm recording this. So if I'm the one who's deciding what you're going to see on video, if I make a blooper, I am not going to let it go, because y'all know I don't know how to edit. So if it's a blooper, it's just not going to be uploaded in the first place. You'll never see it. I just delete it. If I accidentally say something I don't need to be saying, delete. If I'll be upset, delete. or never recorded in the first place. But most of the times I don't be upset. I was so relaxed when I was in the motherland. It was nobody to be upset with. I was just by myself at home mostly. You know, I went to Motu's on Sunday. I went walking in the neighborhood. When I moved to the last place, I had my 2 dogs who were lovely dogs. And we went walking together in the neighborhood. So wasn't nothing to be upset about. And when I have adversity, even coming home, I had been so conditioned by being in the motherland that sometimes things happen because they're not under your control. So I just took it like that. It's like, as long as I make it home, y'all, as long as I make it home, as long as I don't have to pay for another ticket, as long as the plane lands safely, that's all I wanted. As long as my car started, even I had like, the air was low and 3 of the 4 tires, I drove to the first gas station and put that card in that machine, the credit card, and got air put in my tires. Now, of course, I have another pressure gauge that I ordered, and it's just going to stay in the trunk of my car. So I won't have to go looking for any gas stations to get air in my tire. But I was just glad that the tire was able to travel across the street to get the air in the tire. It's like you can see the glass half empty or half full. Nobody can make that decision for you. I choose to see the glass half full. Life is short. I'm living my life like it's golden. Jill Scott, shout out, sis. I love that song. It's like the theme song for my life. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So anyway, that's how I live my life. And I've been doing that for a long time. I heard that song, Live Life Like You're Dying. And I like that song because it's true. Nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tell people that you love them and that you care for them while they're still living, that you appreciate them while they're still living, and know that no matter who it is, we'll not be here forever. So just do your best to be an independent person and a good person and treat other people like you want to be treated. And if you can help somebody, hey, why not? Somebody helped you before. And if they didn't, good. If you never needed help from nobody, good for you. But it feels good to be able to help someone. And it even feels better when you see years later when you forgot that you even did anything for them, because it's just stuff that you do that somebody actually appreciates and then says, so are you still living? That they didn't wait to fall out on your casket or nothing, saying thank you when you can't answer them. So anyway, guys, I am going to end this video. I have so many other things to tell y'all. In my lifetime of 67 years, it is no way I can tell y'all all of my story. I guess in a nutshell, I can say I was born in Galveston, Texas, as a born on the island kind of person. My father, Charles Edward Spencer Jr., who I just actually found out that he was my dad a few years ago using DNA testing and matching up with cousins. That's my second to third cousins, and we have matching great-grandparents. Their grandmother is my grandfather's sister So very interesting, because I grew up all my life thinking someone else was my father and thinking badly of him because I thought he was a deadbeat dad. But then I found out later that he was, he did his best. He just was a terrible actor. He did a DNA test that let me know that we weren't even related at all. I had a wonderful mother. I grew up with a stepfather. My grandmother and my grandfather raised me till I was about 7. Before then, like when I was about from 1 to 3 almost, my mother lived with them with me. And then when she got married and moved in with her husband, I just wasn't having it. I was enjoying myself at my grandmother's house because grandfather's house, because it had lots of people and I was used to lots of people and I was used to all that attention. I mean, I could hang on my grandmother's porch and curse people out. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? Oh, we was real ghettoites, I'm telling you. But we loved each other. I mean, we had a great time. I went to Catholic school. My school principal was Sister Jeanette. She was a Holy Family sister. And I grew up with her, guys. The nuns taught me how to care for other people. If I could have been a nun and still got married and had children, I would have been a nun. Because I loved the way they were so dedicated to us. They wanted to make sure we had the best education. I know we did get beaten sometimes, but unfortunately, that's a retention from slavery. Because everybody got beaten until I was in high school. And high school at Ball High, that was integration. And since they couldn't beat white kids, they quit beating us. And hey, all I could say was thumbs up for integration. At least I didn't have to get any more beatings. They could tell us what they wanted us to do instead of just beat the crap out of us for missing a word or talking in class or chewing gum or whatever other ignorant reason they use to hurt us. Once we were integrated, they tested us and we were in different classrooms because of the testing. I went into culture shock because I was only like one in the whole classroom of being the only person of color, or maybe 2 people. I didn't like that one bit because I grew up in Little Africa. That's what segregation was like, being in Little Africa. Everybody looked like you in class. So I just wasn't used to, being isolated like that. And it wasn't that people was mean to me. I can't remember one instance where somebody who was not a person of color that did me anything in a negative way. Whether they was Hispanic or Caucasian or whatever, Asian, whatever. None of them did anything mean to me. I can't lie and say that. They actually were just fine. I took vocational office education, went to school half a day, went to work half a day when I was in high school, and got credits for going to work. I mean, it was all good. I got paid and I went to school. So it was all good. But anyways, I'm going to stop here at high school because if I keep going, it's no way I could even upload this video. So let's just say I finished from Ball High School. I was 18 years old when I finished in 1971. I had a big afro. We wore mini dresses. Life was good. We had all kind of parties, black light parties, and danced and what garages. We were so happy for our garage parties and black lights and parties at folks' house, and their parents would come out at 10 o'clock and say, "Get the blank out of here, go home." Because the curfew was 10 o'clock. And the news would say, "It's 10 o'clock. Where are your children?" So you had to go home before you get into trouble. Maybe your mama would come pick you up in a truck like my mama did. Embarrassing. I thought it was somebody else's parent. The guy say, "Somebody Bob out there in the truck." I'm laughing at the party. I'm laughing. And then he say, "I think that's your mama." And I'm like, that's not my mama. And he like, "If you believe me now, you'll believe me forever." I went to the door. My mother was standing out there in a little apple green truck of my father's with white rails on it. And her little uniform from working at the cafeteria, her little white uniform. Here it's 10 o'clock at night. What the crap was she doing? Still wearing her uniform. She normally just changed the street clothes. It was embarrassing. So then me and my stepbrother had to leave the party, get in the truck, and go home. The next time it was a party, I threatened my stepbrother. I said, "You better not tell her nothing." I say, "When she asks where's the party, I'm saying around the corner." So we had to walk to the party, I didn't want her dropping us off again, because if she didn't drop you off, she wouldn't know where to pick you up. I was terrible. But that's true. That's what I did. I threatened my stepbrother. "Don't tell my mama where's the party." He know he didn't want to get embarrassed either, having to ride back home in the truck. He was like on a football team, track team, and everything else, basketball. And his stepmother picking him up in his daddy's apple green and white truck. But anyway, guys, I hope there was enough of an introduction into my life to satisfy you guys for the 1,000 subscribers. I have plenty more stories. Black History Month is not long enough for me to share my story. It's like I lived to be 67. So I have plenty of stories. So until the next story time, peace, power to the people. And what? Thank you guys for making this all possible. 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Love you all. And once I monetize, guys, then y'all can be asking me about what am I going to do when I make 10,000 subscribers. Like, what African fabric am I going to give away or whatever, If I'm going to give y'all a pair of ethnic earrings or a necklace or something, bracelets, who knows? Oh, that's in the future, though. Like I said, the next step I'll be working on is monetization. Who can't use a few more dollars? Y'all know I love cooperative economics. Can't do that broke, y'all. So anyway, guys, again, I love you all. Until next time, bye.